A cold, dull morning here in Ancoats in Manchester. We're going to walk around and see what we can find today, but first, because I'm an idiot and left my wallet in Sainsbury's last night, we're going to go and pick it up from the nice guys there who are looking after it for me. And I'm sure it will be, but we're going to make sure that my moolah is still in there. Okay, we've got the wallet and the moolah is inside. Now that we're heading into Piccadilly Gardens, the most wholesome place in Manchester. So we're going to do some video surveillance of the video surveillance. Mother. So we've got a lot of police activity here in the gardens. Got some mounted police. There's a lot of undercovers walking around as well, so I'm not quite sure what they're expecting.
Backhand index pointing right out of the gate, you can feel the tension bubbling under the surface. Nothing explosive yet, but tone matters. In public encounters, especially with authority, it's often not what's said, it's how it's said. Question is, who escalates first when tone becomes perception?
What do you get the most results from, on like sort of comments from on your channel, on your videos? What do people like to see the most?
Conflict.
Is that right?
You know, just be honest.
Between you and someone, or you filming it?
Usually it's you know, if someone doesn't like me filming, then they'll usually come up to me and they'll say, you know, don't do that, or.
You have a nice day, sir. I hope you find something interesting.
Anything going on, or?
We're doing something called Project Servitor. Please take a
Servitor, yeah.
Have you been servitored before?
I've not been servitored, but I filmed some servitors.
It's essentially a little bit of a high-profile presence. We've got some uniformed officers, we've got some plainclothes officers, we've got some officers with horses that are here somewhere.
Yeah, I noticed
just that little bit of sort of reassurance in the community.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone feels a little bit safer. Not to say that anything's going to go down imminently, but it's business as usual for us. We're unpredictable with where we go and where we deploy.
Yeah.
It's just a tactic that we're using at the minute, in particular lead up to Christmas.
Well, yeah, especially with the markets and everything
there's
around.
There's a lot going on, isn't there?
Backhand index pointing right. This is one of those moments where everything feels calm, but don't be fooled. A heavy police presence, plain clothes officers, and an auditor with a camera, that's a recipe for unpredictability. So let me ask you, does more policing make situations safer or more reactive?
So I'm looking for a suspect. Grey puffer jacket, black jeans. Got the undercover here.
Auditing, yeah?
Huh?
Do some auditing?
Not today.
No, just filming.
Just general filming, yeah.
You got anything you need, or?
No, not really.
No?
There's not really been anything today. It's been quite quiet so far, which I suppose is a good thing.
Yeah. All right, mate. See you in a bit.
Yeah, a slight problem in Manchester is a lot of them do actually know me, which is why I don't bother auditing up here. That, and generally they don't react up here.
Backhand index pointing right now. This is how these interactions are supposed to go. No ego, no confrontation, just information. When officers communicate clearly and respectfully, it removes friction instantly. Imagine if every encounter started like this, how different would the outcome be?
Nah. Theft. He's been stole some food from Greg's.
I don't want to get filmed. I get it, mate.
So he's saying he doesn't want to be filmed, and they're saying they don't want to be filmed, but it's a public space.
Backhand index pointing right here, where things get legally interesting. Filming in public is generally lawful, but emotions don't follow legal guidelines. When someone says "don't film me," it creates a clash between rights and feelings. So what should take priority here, legal rights or personal comfort?
Context. Yeah, don't block my camera, please.
Pardon?
Don't block me.
I'm asking what you want. We're dealing with something here.
I don't care what you're dealing with. Leave me alone. Back off.
I am leaving you alone. I'm just asking what you're interested in.
You're impeding my right.
I'm not impeding anything.
Who are you?
I'm not impeding anything.
Show me your ID.
Pardon?
Show me your ID. What's your number?
I'm Sergeant 1884. I'm asking you what you're filming us for. That's all.
Stop acting like a dick.
Swear at me again, you'll be arrested for a public order offence, you understand?
You can't be offended, you're a policeman.
I can be offended, and I am offended.
Okay, so just to clarify my point here, I'm referencing some case law called Harvey v. Director of Public Prosecutions, where a guy was arrested for swearing at the police. He was found guilty, but the case was overturned by a judge who ruled that the police are unable to be offended by words which are commonplace, that includes swearing. Regardless of whether they find them offensive or not, they are supposed to have a thick skin and rise above it and be able to deal with such a thing. I will put a link to this in the description in case you want to read this article yourself or look into it a bit more. I do go through this in a bit more depth later on with another sergeant from the team who is a lot more amenable and reasonable, and we have a bit of a discussion about it. So
Backhand index pointing right, and boom, this is the turning point. You've got law versus interpretation of law. The auditor brings up case law, the officer relies on authority. This is where knowledge becomes power, but only if it's applied calmly. Do you think citing legal cases in the moment actually helps or makes things worse?
Colleagues' behaviour is something you genuinely won't expect.
stop acting like a dick.
Swear at me again, you'll be arrested for a public order offence, you understand?
You can't be offended, you're a policeman.
I can be offended, and I am offended.
You can't be.
You want to test it?
Well, it's not while we're in public, but let's go somewhere private. And then I'll swear.
Somewhere private?
Yeah, you can't be offended. Yeah, leave me alone.
Excuse me, do you want to give me a little bit of dignity? It's private, this phone.
Yeah, it's a public space.
Yes, but he doesn't want to be.
Backhand index pointing right. This right here is rare and valuable. Two sides both standing their ground but actually listening. No shouting, no power plays, just a real exchange. And honestly, this might be the biggest takeaway of the entire video. Progress doesn't come from winning arguments, it comes from understanding them.
Gonna be cool in the gang, okay? So come no closer than that. If you want to do that there, not an issue, my mates, okay? Come any closer, there's going to be an issue.
Is there?
I've treated you civility, mate. Why do you ask that question like that? I've been polite with you.
You are, but it's also hostile.
It would be nice if you returned it back to me.
Yeah,
mate,
but you're threatening me.
Unfortunately, I've got no further to say to you, okay?
Good. Don't speak to me then. Jesus. What's his version of being civil? Sergeant, the fat one.
That one? Oh, that's offensive.
Well, he's been offensive to me.
Why, what's he said? No, tell me, genuinely. I'm a sergeant, mate. I'm interested in what someone said to you.
Well, you'll see it online, but he's, you know, I'm just filming and he's getting in front of the camera trying to stop me filming.
Listen, I'm not trying to say filming. I'm genuinely interested.
Oh, he was going to arrest me.
To kind of see how we can better interact with people like yourself. What's your channel?
It's called Absolute Audit.
Absolute Audits.
Yeah.
How many followers?
About 14,500.
Really? Is it monetised?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as long as no one doesn't.
Do you do I have it?
Nah, not really.
Do you not? Is it worth doing?
I just do it.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
It gives me something to do.
Do you just do like Manchester? Or you
I don't even live up here.
do you not?
Just came up here.
So how long you stayed up in Manchester for then?
A few days.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had.
Dead smooth. Can you run with it and it's like dead smooth?
I had the number 2, but I was filming in Brighton.
Alright, you do get about
at the county court.
Yeah.
And the security guard came out.
If you're going to film at a court, mate, there is kind of issues there. So
yeah, but not in public. You know, I was filming outside on the pavement.
Yeah, no issue with that.
You know, as the media do. He came out and he dragged me into the court by my gimbal. He was like, snapped it. We went in, dragged me on the metal detector, went over, he was strangling me. Because he didn't want to. I'd caught him on film swearing at me and he wanted me to delete it.
There's quite a bit, and this goes with the police as well, there's a little bit of a misunderstanding. It's something we kind of actively tell our officers now, because you, as you well know, are quite, happy to film in a public space, you're allowed to do that, but not all of your colleagues, should we say, are as polite as yourself, and as you know as well as I do, mate, people try it on, don't they?
They do, but I approach everyone the same as I've spoken to you, and it was just, when he starts getting in the way of my camera and threatening to arrest me. And,
right. Well, I didn't see any of that, so I can't.
Admittedly, I did call him a dick, but
well, if I came up to you now and called you a dick, how would you react?
Yeah, but if I was acting like one, it might be justified.
Have you ever heard of Patari's box?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Google that.
All right.
Yeah. It's a very old theory that still stands true today. Yeah. Basically, if you act like a dick to someone, it's more than likely they're going to act like a dick to you.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, but Google it, mate. Patari's box.
It's like
It'll probably come in very handy in your line of work.
so I can't remember which comedian it was. He has a joke where he says, I think he was complaining about someone not liking the word cunt. And he said people who don't like the word cunt would hear it a lot less if they didn't act like one. And I thought, well, that's kind of true, but
yeah, I can kind of see where he's coming from with that one.
but you know, it's he said he was offended, and I pointed out the police can't be offended by swearing.
We can. We're people at the end of the day, mate.
You are, but when you're in uniform,
I wouldn't particularly say you'd be right that on its own to arrest somebody.
No.
But to say police can't be offended, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, but you can't be, offended.
Harass the landlord,
Not
by something like that.
It's it's been through the courts,
People at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
It is, but
words
you're expected to
sticks and stones and all that.
You're expected to have a thick skin. You know, you're
Does that make it right?
It doesn't, but you're sworn at daily, I imagine.
Again, but does that make it right? Is that a societal problem? Are we happy to live in a society where it's acceptable to swear at the police?
I'm not saying it's acceptable.
That's an argument for another time, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff we deal with, mate. And the thing is, if it does become acceptable, then it escalates, doesn't it? And then does it then become acceptable to start assaulting police officers?
No.
Do you see what I mean, though? How things can escalate.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
If you don't call people a dick.
He was winding me up.
Were you trying to wind him up?
No, I was trying to film someone being arrested, and he wouldn't let me. He was standing in the way of this.
Well, I want there, mate.
It's a public space.
It's in a public place, mate. You can. You're not getting any private information.
Luckily, one of the uniformed police was kind of saying to him, leave him alone. It's fine.
Well,
it's fine.
maybe, like I said, I don't know the exact search, mate, but maybe there's a little bit of learning there for everybody.
Yeah.
Not to call police officers dicks, and us not to try and block your camera and stop you making your livelihood.
Yeah, learning on both sides.
Well, every day's a learning day.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll be better.
What's your plan
you can
today,
be better.
mate? You hanging about?
No, I've got to go. I've got to go change hotels.